Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode here on the Mindful SMP. Today we are going to be working on a part of Spawn that has been a little bit underdeveloped as of recently. Well, not as of recently, actually the whole time the server has been alive. This part of Spawn hasn't really been touched by many people, and it's actually over in that area just beyond the Mindful Garden, which was built by Kenny Zope. And there's some new shops over here at Spawn. So for example, we've got the Swirl's Beautiful shop where he sells beautiful products such as honeycombs, honeycomb blocks, honey blocks, beehives, and honey bottles. Now, this is a great spot. This actually used to be Anders' Silk Touch and Mending shop, which I actually do need some Silk Touch. Maybe Swirl has that. I don't know where he put those. But recently, Spawn has gotten a huge overhaul in terms of its bee population. I know Lautner and a couple of them were working at putting some beautiful things around. So you see we got the hives here and some campfires beneath them so that we can obtain the honey if we'd like. We got this nice one. It's like a tap almost. This area of Spawn too has been developed recently. This I haven't shown off yet. I worked on this with Ethix and Lautner, and we sort of added a cozy little new path. This is sort of to make Spawn just to feel a bit more homey and welcoming. We didn't have much in the way of terraforming terrain at Spawn. It's a lot of foliage and organic trees and stuff. So I decided, we've got this empty riverbank. This is actually the old path, though. So it went down here, and it kind of curled around under here and went above. So this is a fairly new addition. Maybe a week ago we did that. But let's go scout out the area that we want to work on today. And it's just past these beautiful gates and these Justin statues that he put here. Very nice. This area. So this has Crunky's house. This also has the skeleton farm. Sorry, not skeleton. The spider farm, which is down there. And a bunch of bamboo, bunch of junk. This stuff is pretty much original to the server. There are a bunch of crops and stuff here that I actually just deleted maybe 5 minutes ago. Up on this way, we have Anders' house, who you can see here. Anders' house. This is his spawn house. I don't think he actually built an out-of-spawn house. So this is kind of where he resided for the time being in Spawn. He's got some mushrooms here. And then just over this hill, this is the sort of unclaimed area. But Hungry lives here, which we all know Hungry. He stole my shulker box. And Chimpy lives just over there in that mountain. He's got some animals over there. This mushroom was also built by Chimpy, so he has asked, and most of us are quite interested and eager to... Wow, I didn't realize there was all this stuff in here. We're quite eager to get working on a new sort of part of Spawn, and there is also another developing area, the Mindful City, which we will work on at some point in the future. So I've got a bunch of ideas for this area, but first we need to begin by planning out where we want to modify some of the terraforming. I like this path going through here and underneath this walkway. This is fantastic. This kind of is it's a nice divider between the two areas, but I'm not a huge fan of the fact that all of this area here is going to not be developed. So I had thought we could kind of, like, these gates are a great sort of entryway into this area. If we were to build up this riverbank just a tad, we could have a lot of space for a nice pond or a river flowing through, going through here, maybe underneath through where this, you see this little water puddle here? I'm sure we could make it go underneath here, into this part of the ocean. There's this tunnel which we have to work with, a sort of cave system. This is Chimpy's land. All these barrels were from what was once here, the docks. He's got some pets over here, as you can see. I kind of think we could develop leave Hungry's house there. We do some sort of a bridge. Like, this is already a waterway going through. Yeah, you know what? Put the waterway going this way through there. Get rid of it on top here. Yeah. Archway over here. The archway is also connected to this walkway. So it'll be a big archway going like that, all the way up above. So that would really make Hungry's house very secluded and very tight-knit, which is kind of nice, actually. We could develop one side of the riverbank here. Make this very prominent, because it is at ground level. So we'll raise it up. It comes across here. Hungry's area is very tight, very small. All right, so let's get to a time lapse here. I know I'm kind of just blabbering, so let's actually show you what I'm talking about. Start converting this area into a little bit more of a attraction for the mindful spawn. Alright guys, it's time to reveal the Mushroom Kingdom. I guess, I don't really know actually, we have yet to name it. But yeah, so Kenny came over and a bunch of the other guys and gals, Random Obsessor, came over and we basically just added a couple more mushrooms to the front entrance. So let's go over here, let's go take a look. Let me press F5 and you'll see, well bam! Look at that. So Kenny added a bunch of new mushroom types. So we've got the slime, the honey, the ice, the honeycomb, the glass, and the packed ice mushroom heads, mushroom caps, I guess. This front entrance is looking absolutely amazing. I popped on earlier and when I first saw Kenny working on this, you know, he was in his hippie attire. Kenny has actually gone ahead and changed his skin to a hippie. So I'm thinking we kind of have to do the same thing. So there's a little bit of space over here on the side next to Anders. The plan is to cover this all with mushroom caps and some fantasy builds, like some housing, some other stuff. Fantasy related. This area here, haven't yet finished. This is going to be a cave system. This will probably tunnel all the way through to the other end. And this here is what you saw in the time lapse, was this area. So those are some tree roots. So we are going to add some trees, but we'll wait for the next episode before we go out and do that. Looking good with the mushroom caps, the leaves, I am liking it quite a bit. We moving on over here, the empty area, I moved the beacon up above, and a bridge was added to get to Hungary's place. This whole area, just the front entrance of it, like, is so inspiring and so colorful. If only we were to have built this in like version 1.12 when they added the concrete. I know it was like the World of Color update, I believe it was. This build, at least the front entrance of it, I'm going to sort of let Kenny add the different color of mushrooms all throughout the build here. But yeah, I mean, if we had this build in that update, oh my goodness. Front page of Reddit right there. The rest of this area, we have to talk to Chimpy, because his place, like I mentioned, is over there. And this mushroom that he built was sort of the first thing that you saw was here. I think he had a plan for this area, and then I kind of came by and I just sort of added, you know, I just started modifying stuff and building a bunch of stuff. So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode here today. I hope you did enjoy. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you guys all in the next episode where we work on some more in the Mushroom Land. Have yourselves a fantastic day, everybody, and bye-bye.